Hello po, good morning sa ating lahat. Welcome sa ating Friday market briefing. So it's the morning before prior to the non-farm payroll kasi this is the first Friday of the month. So we can expect the non-farm payroll to be released tonight during the US market. Ano po? So to start, kaya ko po sinasabi ngayon sa inyo yon kasi that might be the catalyst that the market is looking for kung saan pupunta kasi ngayon parang everything is in consolidation. So to start, let me share my screen with you. Ito po ang Euro chart ng Euro USD. So ang Euro USD po, kung papansinin ninyo, gumagalaw po siya ng ito yung ano niya, no? So if this is a rounding top, yung ano niya, kung ano yung pinakamataas dito, yun din yung pwede niyang puntahan. So that is going to be the intermediate term trend niya. Bakit horizontal yan? I'll just remove this. I'll just draw a free hand. Tapos sukatin natin yung pinakamataas dyan. Tapos yung ibababa niya if in case na mag-break siya. Nag-break na po siya. Dito nga siya nag-break. So ang next possible target niya is equal to the Fibonacci extension of from this level to this level. Kasi pababa pa po ang euro. Bakit natin sinasabing pababa? Kasi ang market structure niya is lower high, lower lows. So kung papansinin po ninyo, kung saan tayo magbebenta ngayon dyan, if ever. So ang magandang abangan po dyan is either the 1991 or 2001 level, which can happen until this afternoon, ng late afternoon. So pagka umabot po dyan, any of these two, dyan po tayo pwedeng mag-sell. So abangan nyo lang pag umabot dito, magkaroon ng price reversal or price rejection, saka po natin patulan. So ang ating recommendation is sell at 1 parang space ODC 1.2001. Tapos ang kanyang target is 1923, which is actually a Fibonacci extension, and this one is also a Fibonacci retracement level. So ang kanyang cut loss is 23 pips, kaya po 2024 kasi selling po tayo. So kung wala na pong tanong sa euro, ang next po natin na titingnan ay ang USD JPY. Nasa tingin naman natin ay paakyat pa rin. So kahapon, kung napansin ninyo, yung sinabi natin kahapon, we have discussed yesterday, yung sa market briefing natin, ang expected kahapon was, ito yung triangle niya eh. Ito yung triangle, nag-break, inabot naman niya, no? So nung inabot niya, nag-correct ng konti, saka bumuelo ulit ng kanyang pag-akyat. So ngayon, nagiging mas decisive ang market, nagiging mas mabilis ang velocity ng price natin kasi nag-break siya sa trend line mo pataas. So if it breaks the trend line on the upside and dynamic yung trend line mo, ibig sabihin bumibilis yung takbo ng presyo mo. Pagka bumibilis yung takbo ng presyo mo, most likely it is going to be more sensitive to the 26-day moving average. Pag mabilis ang ang velocity ng price mo ay steep, ano? So pagka steeper siya, it will be more sensitive to the 26-day moving average. So dito, tinitingnan natin, you can either put a buying position at this price level or the most is at least hanggang dito. So for the purposes of giving us reference levels, nilagay natin sa buy at 105.47. The 105.47 is actually this one, the trend line. Yan po, kung lalagyan nyo yan, yan po. Diyan, pag tumuntong po dyan, 105.47 nga po. Yan, pero I think it will go down to here hanggang mamayang hapon, pero 105.36 ano. So either you buy at 105.47 or 105.36. Yan po. Tapos ang target profit mo is 105.96. Tapos plus 16 pips ang ano mo. So depende na lang po kung ano ang entry level mo, either 105.36 ba or 105.47. Basta ang gagawin mo dyan, ang cut loss mo kasi dito is 16 pips, I think. Ang ATR mo, because it's 8. 8 times 2 is 16, tama? So 16 pips. Yan. So bahala na kayong mag-subtract dyan, ano? So 16 pips ang cut loss mo. You cut loss at 16 pips away from your position. So ang ano po natin, next po natin ay GBP USD. Ang GBP USD naman, although sinasabi nilang bullish, the mere fact that it was met by heavy sellers here in this area, I am having second thoughts. Ano, kung the bullishness of the British pound, parang hindi ako masyadong solve sa ano niya, sa bullishness niya. Although dito patuloy pa rin yung pagkukumpul-kumpul ng presyo. Ang pagkukumpul kasi ng presyo is medyo nakakaano po. It should give you a lalo na pagka nag-i-slow down na yung kanyang inclination. Ibig sabihin ng nag-i-slow down yung kanyang inclination, instead of paying respect to 26-day moving average, it begins to pay respect to the higher or longer moving averages. So beware lang po, ano? Beware dito sa wedge formation na ito, itong resistance ng wedge formation, kasi it might resist here. So even if you think that the price will go up today, be careful of this price level. You have to take into consideration the high here, which is 37.58. You have to bear that in mind. So yung ano natin, kahit buying tayo ngayon, pero ang tingin natin is malamang ultimately it will still go to sell off. Malamang magkaka-sell off pa rin ng British pound, pero for the meantime, kahit na mag-break dito yan, pagka nag-break dito yan, it will trigger the targeting of your 1.3758. So dito yan, kahit 'di ba ang head and shoulder natin, this is inverted head and shoulder. Pag na-break yan, it will have the chance to go up to this price level, but I will not look at this price level yet because you still have this one to hurdle. Ayan po. So ito yung resistance natin sa ating wedge formation na baka kung abutin man niya ito, baka biglang magbuelta din yan. So pagka nagbuelta po yan, trigger po yan na pababa na nga po siya. So for the meantime, let us preoccupy ourselves with the uptrend muna kasi ang sinasabi niya ay uptrend pa rin siya. So kung papansinin niyo, lahat ng currencies kahapon ay uptrend siya, ay downtrend, pero ito lang ang uptrend, ano? When the British pound is going up, may correlation po ito sa gold, but I will not discuss it with you this morning. So basta ang ano po nito, ang target niya ngayon, ang titingnan lang natin is 37.58. So yung 37.58 natin or 37.57, ang buying po natin is 36.58. Ang liquidation is 37.57. That gives us basically more or less 100 pips. Tapos ang cut loss mo is 44 pips. So ang ratio mo is almost 1:2, ano? Sa odds mo ng winning and losing. So almost 1:2. So ang cut loss mo is 44 pips at 36.14. So ang next po natin is Aussie dollar. Ang Aussie dollar naman ay mukhang pababa pa rin naman. So kung pababa pa rin ng Aussie dollar, kasi ito nga yung ginagalaw niya, so it might be forming another flag formation dito kasi this is flag na ang alam naman nating lahat na ang flag ay smaller price pattern. So it may this the pole of your flag, and pagka nag-break po siya, pwede po niyang puntahan ito, the 75.50 area. Tingnan po natin sa 4 hours kung $75.63 or 75 ipagpalagay ng 75.50 kasi yung target mo dito is 75.50. So I would recommend a selling at the approach of this area kasi pababa nga siya, and usually it is the 26-day moving average that will carry the price away from the consolidation. So kung meron kang nagta-touch ng 26-day moving average at this during this time, then it will be an area it could be a possible entry price. So ang entry price po natin dito ay 76.08. Saan nakuha ang 76.08? It is around here. Dito po. So nung lumapit po ang presyo dyan, although hindi pa na-touch naman, but for kung nagtitrade po kayo ng live, alam nyo naman na malapit pa lang because of the spread kung minsan tinatamaan ka agad. Or because nagkakaroon ng tumatalon yung presyo ng mga market makers natin, nahihit po yung mga pending order natin, ano po? Kahit hindi naman eksaktong nag-register yung high doon or yung low doon, yung low price, it will have the possibility of hitting it. So dito, kung titingnan mo to, mag-aabang tayo hanggang mamaya. Any price nearing this 26-day moving average as long as you see a price rejection or a price reversal. Ano po? Kung walang price rejection, edi wag niyong patulan kasi walang confirmation. Tapos ang target mo is 75.63, ang cut loss mo is 76.31. Next po is at ang gold. So ang gold naman ay mukhang pababa pa rin ang gold. So yung ano natin no, yung initially yung ating pinag-uusapan tungkol dito sa triangle ay sa rectangle na yan, it might be a flag formation, blah blah blah. So nung nag-break po diyan, ito yung high, nag-break, ito yung pinuntahan niya. So nung ito yung which is malapit na malapit po sa low. No? Nagkatalo lang ng konti because meron kang previous low ata dito. Tingnan lang natin, check lang natin kung ano. I think there is a previous low here that made this price. Wala naman. So let's try to see sa daily. Bakit siya nag-low dito sa 1787? So it could be this, because of this previous resistance becoming a support here. But parang ano na lang yan. Kasi kung ako, hindi ko naman titingnan yan na dyan titigil ang presyo because mas titingnan ko ito, mas i-consider ko na dito titigil ang presyo kesa dito at dito. Masyadong tago, kumbaga ito, or ito. So kung ang pupuntahan ng presyo ngayong araw, ang sasagutin natin, maaari po siyang tingnan natin sa 4 hours. Kasi I just want to, ayun, hinahanap ko po kasi yung kwento kung bakit po anong nangyari sa gold natin. So kung titingnan po natin, ito po ay head and shoulder formation again. So if this is a head and shoulder, ito yung head mo, ito yung shoulder, ito yung complex shoulder mo. So kung ito yung complex shoulder mo, nung nag-break siya, dito po ang punta niya. But if you are again to look at the bigger price pattern, kung papansinin mo, meron kang broadening formation dito with the flat top. If you are going to extend the support here and it will intersect, ayaw mag-intersect. So sa daily natin gawin yung intersection. Yan, ihabaan lang natin. So pagtingin natin sa 4 hours ngayon, nag-intersect na sila. So yung target ng hourly mo, ng head and shoulder mo, eksaktong-eksakto sa support ng daily mo na broadening formation. Kaya po ang kalaunan niyan, baka ang targeting niya ay ito pa ring 1681. But before that, since meron kang support dito, huwag ka munang tumingin sa malayo. Tingin ka muna sa malapit. no, parang mga hugot ng mga umiibig, no, sa malayo ang tingin, nandito lang naman ako sa malapit. Yan. So dito pwede niyang targetin dito is 1764 up to 1761, mga ganyan yan eh. This one is 17 ay 7 yan 1764, ipagpalagay na lang natin 1764.10. So ang target po niya 1764.10. Ang entry price mo is this ang entry price mo is this any approach to 1816 area or this 26-day moving average, kasi it does not take a rocket scientist to realize that the price is very, very steep. And when the price is very, very steep, in its movement, it pays respect during a pullback or a correction, it pays respect to the 26-day moving average. So since the 26-day moving average is above our resistance line here, so ine-expect natin na pagdating ng correction niya, aabot na rin ang 26-day moving average mo sa 1816. Kaya po 1816 ang sinabi natin dito. Ayan. So ang cut loss mo is 1829. So kung wala na pong katanungan, we may now move on sa ating forexnews.com and see what is supposed to make noise in the market today. So ang magpapaingay po sa market ngayon, or the one that will cause jitters or the one that will create random noise in the market is this. Most likely it's the NFP kasi first Friday ngayon of the month. Ito po. Medyo mabagal lang si Converge. Yan, you have the non-farm payroll for January. And then you also have the speech from BOE mamayang gabi, and then from Canada, Canadian dollar na to. We don't trade so much naman ang Canadian dollar. But if you are trading Canadian dollar, please be aware that there's a string of economic indicators coming out tonight. So before the release, as much as possible, please stay away from the market. Ang problema po kasi dyan, during the release or before the release of a red highly volatile, expected na volatile causing indicator, ay akyat baba po ang gagawin niya, akyat panaog ang gagawin ng presyo before it settles down. Kasi parang ano lang yan, parang tao, nagwala muna, kabilang dulo, nagwala muna kung saan-saan bago nag-settle down. So ganyan din po dito. When the market goes haywire, it doesn't know where to go, it is looking for a catalyst kung saan siya dapat pumunta, pwedeng mangyari kasi akyat baba. So kahit tama ang posisyon mo, tatamaan ka pa rin ng cut loss mo kung minsan. So yun po yung sinasabi ko. That's why during a very important na economic indicator release, it is best practice, lalong-lalo na kung nag-uumpisa kayo, to stay away from the market first. Kasi ang ang risk dyan is if you do not know how to handle yung floating loss mo, you will end up losing your account. Yun po. So mamayang gabi, ito before 9:30, please expect the non-farm payroll will come out. It will cause some volatility in the market. So that's about it for today. So happy weekend po sa inyong lahat, at nawa ay napulutan nyo po ng aral ang ating market briefing ngayon, and I hope that it will guide you sa pagte-trade po ninyo if ever you are trading po. So maraming salamat po, and have a nice weekend everyone.